What is up, Riverdalians? Welcome back to the River's Edge. My name is Abby. I'm here with my co-host Haley, and today we are going to talk about our very large collections that we both have of stuff from Riverdale. Actual props, wardrobe, merch, you name it. I'm sure one of us probably has it. And I feel like that's one of the things that we are really like similar,
Mhm.
about us. We're both super passionate about that. Don't you
I
think?
yeah yeah
Yeah.
I agree. I think that you give mine too much credit compared to yours though. Mine is various things that are kind of pieced together because I only have
hmm
so much room for like what I have. Like I only have enough room for what I have rather than like you have collection for like your Riverdale collection is your biggest collection, but for me I have multiple. Like I have a shelf of Stranger Things Funko Pops also. And like so I only have things that I like really, really, really wanted. But you give my collection too much credit compared to yours, I think. So
Well, I don't want to be like a jerk and be like, yeah, like I got more, mine's better. But like, I honestly, I have a lot of respect for you for the amount of self-control, you know?
that's funny.
Because I I don't have that. I mean, I see something, especially God, during that initial period where like all this stuff was coming out, and we got to talk about this because oh my God, it
Yeah,
was
we
just like
do.
it's so looking back, it's
Oh
so it's so crazy.
my
So
gosh.
after the show ended, like right around the time the show ended, they had a sale in Vancouver and it doubled as the flash sale. So all these people they were going and they were getting stuff from set. And like
Mm.
all of this stuff, real screen worn stuff, just in like a warehouse somewhere in Vancouver and all these random people are going in and they're like, "Oh, I'm buying this and it says Betty in there and it doesn't fit me." It's
I know.
like all this stuff that all these fans would like just do anything for is one of these random people.
Hmm.
So, a lot of it ended up on eBay. A lot of it ended up on
Yeah.
Poshmark, Depop, Facebook Marketplace, you name it, it was there. And it was just this mad dash to get to just anything. Like,
Hmm.
and also because it was such a hot commodity right when it came out, and there was so few things, and it was like, the show had just, like, literally just ended.
They weren't
We,
even done though. They had only wrapped
yeah,
filming. It was like before the
yeah,
show was even done airing. They had only wrapped
it
filming.
was right when they were done with filming, yeah. And we ended up just totally overpaying for
Oh
so much
yeah.
stuff. Like, I won't even say how much money I paid for stuff that if it was
Uh-huh.
now, I wouldn't go over
I
like
wouldn't even
154.
drop like half of what I did on
Like,
what
I
I got
wouldn't drop
now.
half of what I did when I first initially started getting stuff.
It's so
I mean,
insane.
you know, looking back, I would have been totally bummed if I had missed out on some of the things because it is cool to have. But was it worth the 600 I paid for it? Probably
Mhm.
not. And that makes me uh it makes me feel a certain type of way when I'm like, God damn it, like I paid somebody on eBay
Hmm.
like $600 for this thing that if
Yeah.
it was now would go for
Yeah.
100.
I know, but if you didn't do it though, here's the thing. If you didn't do it, it wouldn't be yours. Like if you
Yeah.
hadn't paid that much money, you wouldn't be the one to have it. Somebody else would have paid that much money.
Yeah.
Just because of what was going on then. Like I remember the first bids that went up, and I
Oh.
remember vividly. It was like I'm pretty sure if I remember correctly, the bids literally were happening literally like 2 days before the finale aired. It was something like that. It was like August 2020 something. It was like the bids were like August 21st or something. and then the show ended
Yeah.
on the 23rd, and it was so freaking crazy. And I remember when I like was looking up Riverdale on eBay at night or something, and I saw and I saw like Archie's red jacket, and I was
Oh my
looking at it.
God.
Okay, and I was looking at it and I was like, is this real? Like I didn't know. Like I was like, is this real? But I knew that they had the set sale, so I was like, this is definitely real. And I was looking at it more and I was like, holy shit. And I remember
Yeah, I remember that.
I was the second highest bidder. If I had won, I would have had to pay $750 for that because
Mm-hmm.
I bidded that
Yeah.
much money at the end. And somebody beat
Yeah.
me out at the end, which I'm kind of glad for now because
Well, now,
I
I wonder who
appreciate
got that though.
I appreciate the one that I have though. I spent more than that on that one because he was like the guy who I got mine from. So I have the tan Levi's jacket that Archie wears in season one, two. He wears it in season one and two the most. He wears it in the in two one in the hospital, and there's like a bunch of stills with him wearing it and stuff. It's like he wears it multiple times, like a lot of times. And so I was like, oh, I know that jacket. Like that's an iconic, I
Definitely.
guess, jacket because he wears it so often, especially in the earlier seasons. And then I was like, okay, okay. It was some guy, some like live streamer or something. He was like, I think you found him and showed him to me.
Yeah,
And
I remember that.
yeah, and
And let me just interrupt you for 2 seconds to
okay.
tell the viewers. So, when this was all going on, when the sale first happened, that guy, I think, I forget his name, but he had some
I
company in
forget his
Vancouver,
name. He had some
like
vintage
something
store.
Frank. Yeah, F is
Oh
in
yeah,
Frank, something.
Frank.
Yeah.
Something. Yeah.
So, I don't know how, but I found it. I don't know. I found it, and he, it was a video of this guy. And he posts about how he went to the Riverdale sale and he got all these vintage clothes because he's like a vintage clothes reseller. And so I saw that and I'm like, God fucking damn it. Like, this
Hmm.
guy could go in, get all this stuff, and he's gonna sell it in his store. He's gonna like rip off all the tags and shit, and it's gonna be like all this stuff that I would pay all this money for. And all these random people are like reselling it at their clothing stores
Hmm.
because they don't care. So anyway, we find this guy, or I find this guy, and he's just got a trunk full of stuff from Riverdale, and he's tossing it on the ground.
I
He's taking
know.
all this stuff out, and I'm pointing through it. I'm like, that's Jughead's. And then someone else is like, oh, I recognize that. That one was worn by Fangs. Oh, this one
Hmm.
belongs to Archie. I'm like, oh my God. So then a couple days later, I message this guy and I see from his video, he has Jughead's brown Levi's jacket
Hmm.
and he agrees to sell it to me. And at this time, this was before, it was one of the first things I got. And I'm thinking, oh, like this has to be the legit one. And I think mine is. Yours
Hmm.
is 100%, but I think mine is the one that he wore. If not, it was a backup because on the pocket, first off, what they did on Riverdale is, if you've ever noticed, there's no brands on the clothes they wear.
Hmm.
So for the Levi's jackets, they had to cut off the red tag. Like all the brands had to
Hmm.
be covered up. So the guy sends me these pictures. The Levi's tag is cut off, and that matches up.
Hmm.
Because he wouldn't think to do that. He wouldn't do that if he's a clothes reseller. Why would he do that? And then there's the holes from the beanie
Hmm.
pins. And it's also on the other side, inside of the pocket, it's glued. So then he's going live on Instagram, and I think this was after I had already purchased the jacket from him.
Hmm.
And then he's showing all the stuff that he gets. And he doesn't know any. He bought the clothes because they're clothes, not because they're from Riverdale, not because they're from the Flash.
Hmm.
And he's showing all the stuff that he gets from the sale. And I see on his live, and I'm asking him all these questions. I'm like, can you show the inside of the jacket? Can you see if there's any numbers in it? And so he sees my comment. He goes and he shows that it says number one, Archie. And I'm like,
Hmm.
okay, if like this guy doesn't know anything about props, anything about wardrobe. He wouldn't write that in. Like he wouldn't do
Mm-mm.
that. And so anyway, I don't really know how it went down after that, but I know that Haley, you got that jacket. I
Hmm.
don't really remember what else that guy had.
I don't
Um,
remember.
except he had like fucking, I don't know, Dilton's boots or
Yeah,
like Daryl Doyley's
I
boots.
found my messages with him, so I wanted to read them because this was after his live. I said it was August 25th, 2023.
Oh, geez, it was right.
So
It was right after.
the wound was pretty fresh. And
Yep.
I said, "Hi there. I know that you got a lot of stuff at the Riverdale liquidation sale, and I was wondering if you possibly had anything that was worn by Archie or KJ Appa. I haven't seen a lot of stuff of his, but I know that you've got some stuff, and I'm willing to give it a shot. I am a collector and the biggest Archie slash KJ fan you could ever meet." I really like the way that I was trying to appeal to him. That, like, why does he care? Like, he would not care, but I don't know. I was trying anything I could. And then he went on live. This was after he or before he went on live. Then he went on live, and then I was like, he was like, which one of you wants this jacket? He kept saying, and I kept saying, me, 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 me. And you were also saying me, but he saw my comment, and then he DM'd me, hey, it's me, what are you offering? And I said, like my like cheapest offer. I said like that was plausible to me at the in my brain was 250, and I said 250. Like I was trying to get it as low as possible because of course you are, right? And I was like, this guy is a dipshit. He doesn't know anything. And so I said like I said 250, but I'm open to a negotiation if you want any more. And he said I was asking $1,000 on the live because he actually was. And I said, you sold my friends things for 165 and 100. I didn't know you were serious. Did he sell you something for 165 and 100? Was that how much your thing
Yeah,
was?
he sold me the brown jacket for 165. Or maybe it was 100, but he I think he sold something to our other friend Amanda for
Yeah,
I don't remember how much I paid for that, and I'm
but
glad. I don't
but
remember half the shit how much I paid for it.
yeah, but that's what I was saying. And he said the last one sold over for over $600 on eBay. Yeah, I sold those way too cheap. Now it's time to make my money. And I was like, boy, and I was literally like a 14-year-old. Like I was about
That's
to turn
crazy.
15. I was about to turn 15. I was 14. And I said, I'm a really, really huge fan, and it would mean so much to me if you would sell me this. I'm willing to go up to around 500 on this, but not 1,000. And I'm not sure anybody will be willing to go that high on it. I'll be the most serious buyer that you'll find. And then I think he listed it on eBay. And he listed it for like 1,000 or something, and then I sent an offer for like 800 or something like lower. Or no, I sent an offer for like 600, and then he made it. Had put an offer for like 800 or something, and I was like, oh my God, I need it, so I accepted it and I bought it for like 800 bucks. And
But
then I DM'd
I'd
him.
say that was worth it.
Yeah, I think
I
about it
would I
today, and it kind of hurts my soul because especially because he sold you something for 100. I totally forgot about that.
yours is way like, in terms of Grail, because yours is
Yeah.
tagged. You found the paper from Valerie in the pocket of
Yeah.
yours, which she did, by the way. If
Uh-huh.
you go back to season one, there's a scene where Valerie slips a piece of paper in Archie's pocket, and that piece of paper was still in the pocket when Haley did the unboxing for that,
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
which is
When I
crazy.
did the
But
unboxing, it's crazy.
I mean,
I was like on live when I did it too.
crazy. I remember that. But yeah, I wanted to talk about also because this is at like the very beginning.
Mm-hmm.
Um, so my story with getting Riverdale props is a bit different from yours because most people, the first thing that they really got was at that time, like in
Mm-hmm.
August. My story goes back a couple months before that, and I'm not gonna because it's very precious to me, and it's also just very like surreal, and that's something that I don't think I'll ever be able to just like say it, publicly.
Mm-hmm.
because it's like just sacred to me and like personal to me. So I think it was I think it was June of 2023. That's when I got a big chunk of my stuff. And one of the first things that I ever got, and it was in June of 2023, was my comic book from the 100th episode of Riverdale. And that is like peak for me. Like
Mhm.
it's so special, partly because I can remember making theories about that comic book. It's the one that Jughead reads when he walks into Pops in the Sweet
Mhm.
Hereafter. And I don't know, I just happened to get my hands on that and it's crazy. And I'm looking around my room right now and it's at the centerpiece of my collection.
Mhm.
And now I'm thinking back, but I want to remember the first thing that I bought. The first thing that I really bought, like prop wise, was probably, and I want you to answer this question too.
Okay.
Um, the first thing that I bought, or like big thing that I bought prop wise, I don't even know if you could really consider it like a prop, an air quotes prop.
Mhm.
I have, and I'm the proud owner of this, and this is from the most reputable seller on
Mhm.
eBay. Um, I have Archie's football helmet,
Mhm.
like real deal. It has Archie in there. I mean, I'm sure there's multiple,
Mhm.
but I have yet to see anybody come out with a Archie
Mhm.
Hero football helmet.
That
And
was the
Hero mean,
first thing that you
yeah.
bought?
First like prop wise thing. I'm gonna come back to this later
Oh,
and be like,
prop
that's not
wise,
true.
not like
The first
costume
thing that I
wise.
bought, the first thing that I got costume wise was probably the brown Jughead jacket.
Yeah.
But I don't know. I think the football helmet was probably the big like first thing that I got that was like crazy huge and
Mhm.
obviously expensive, I'm not gonna lie. But yeah, I mean, in
Yeah.
those first like initial months when all the stuff started to get, you know, like out there, I got a lot of stuff in bulk.
Mhm.
And it was kind of rare for me at least to get something that was just like one thing.
Mhm.
Like if I was buying, I was like I had some money saved up, burning a hole in my pocket. I was like
Mhm.
I was reaching out to people like, "Do you got anything? Like I'll pay." Like,
Mhm.
and so yeah, like I got a lot of stuff in bulk. So that, I'd rather that than have to track stuff down individually.
Yeah.
But what about you? What was the first thing that like prop wise for you? I think I know.
My first thing was the hospital binder. During those bids, there was some stuff from like the hospital, like Riverdale General Hospital props or whatever, and I bid on some it was like a binder that had the label and it had some papers in it, like copies of papers. And I was like, "Oh, this is cool." And it was like never seen on screen or anything, but it was from the set and I was able to relate it to a story that I had written. And so I was like, "Oh, I like this. I like this." And so that was the first thing that I got. My
That's cool.
favorite thing prop wise that I have is the Fresh Aid packet because I've never seen anybody else have that.
Yeah, that's really cool. And I remember, I think when you bought it, you didn't think it was on screen, but then I
Hmm.
was watching Riverdale one day and I'm like, oh shit, that's the one that Haley has.
Yeah.
Like you got one of those. I haven't seen, you're right, I haven't seen anybody else have that.
Hmm.
But I'll answer that question too. I mean, I think I already did. My favorite thing has got to be the comic book. That's
Hmm.
really near and dear to me,
Hmm.
100%. But I do have things that I like, and this is prop wise, not wardrobe wise.
Hmm.
I really love I have something from season 5. Chad sends these photos to Veronica of
Hmm.
her and Archie.
Hmm.
And especially at that time, I had a list. I had a list of things. I was like, I want these. I don't care how unreasonable it
Hmm.
is. Like these are things that I want. Totally needle in a haystack. I'll never find it in my life. And somehow I took just a total shot in the dark. I was like, I asked somebody that worked on the show. I was like, "Do you
Hmm.
have this?" Because I don't know. I was like, "This is a total long shot, but do you have this?" It just so happened that this person did. And they were like, "Oh, these?" And I was like, "Oh my God." I was like, "No way." I was like, "I will buy them. I need it. I need it. I need it." And luckily, they were able to sell it to me. And it was just like, oh my God. It was
Hmm.
just I never thought in a million years that I would get that. But other than that, and obviously the comic, I don't know, I'll give like my top three. The
Okay.
comic, the photos, and who? I mean, I have a G&G manual, which is
Oh
pretty cool.
yeah, yeah,
I
that is
have that.
good.
Yeah,
That
and
is good.
just to list off a couple other things while we're on it, I'm looking at my shelf. I have a stack of River Dollars.
Oh yeah.
I have Fizzle Rocks and Jingle Jangle, and I have a
Hmm.
Heather's Playbill. So
Yep.
that those are all really really special to
Near
me.
and dear.
Near and dear. There, I have a shelf of all the stuff that's
Hmm.
like my favorite. Wardrobe wise, I have, with the exception of the pants, I have Jughead's outfit from the 100th episode, which is
Oh
pretty damn
yeah.
cool.
Yeah.
And Archie's Coach jacket, I've got that
Hmm.
from season 5. Both things from the later
Hmm.
seasons.
What about your
Oh my
blue
gosh.
your blue shirt? Do you like your blue shirt?
The button up?
Yeah.
I do, yes. That one is really special. That's another one of the first things that I got. I got that really early on.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's really great. I love that one.
Oh yeah.
That
That's
one's
so
really,
cute.
I think though, to be completely honest, the what I thought it was when I bought it was the shirt from season 1.
Is it not?
Upon further inspection, and you're gonna love this, to be completely honest with you, and I never said it because I was like embarrassed. That shirt for that I thought it was, it has little dots on it, and it's
Oh.
not that. So, and when I got it, I was like, oh, this is totally it. Like it's totally, yeah. But if you look, it's got like a little bit of a pattern. And the one that I have does not.
Oh.
So the one that I have is probably something that went on a suit of
Oh
Archie.
yeah, definitely.
I think it's an undershirt.
Yeah, definitely. Oh
And I
my
never
God,
said it.
really?
Yeah,
Oh
and I
my
never said it.
God, you just revealed it to everybody on the podcast. I didn't even know that. I still thought it was that thing, and I was surprised why you weren't saying it because I remember how you were freaking out when you got it. I was surprised that you didn't
Yeah,
say
because I
that.
was stupid. Because I was stupid and I thought it was. And
Well, you can't really
I
see
still
in the
love it.
picture.
No, I still love it. I still love it. And honestly, I didn't realize it until like obviously way after. But and I still love it. It's still Archie. I mean, I'm not
Uh-huh.
gonna be on here like, yeah, I hate it. 'Cause it's
Yeah.
not that. I mean, would it be way cooler if it was that? Because then it would be worn by Camila as well.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. But
Yeah.
you know, I mean, you live and you learn. But
That's actually
anyway,
funny. I only had one huge purchase, thankfully. Everything else after that was when it was the cheap stuff.
mm,
Like everything else after that was when it got really cheap and everything was like $100, literally the second round of bidding,
yeah.
compared to like everything being 1,000 and now everything
Gosh.
is like 50. And we've also both gotten a bunch of stuff for free. And I have a wonderful story about that. About how one of my favorite things that I have wardrobe wise, well, I don't even know if it really counts as wardrobe, but one of my favorite things that I have wardrobe wise, obviously it's my brown Levi's jacket, but that's like not the only thing I have. I have a lot of things. Um, I have a Team Varchi shirt that it wasn't worn by anybody, but it's from the set, so it's still cool. And it's also printed like the Team Varchi, like they had to make it custom. So I really enjoy
Yeah, I
that
have
because
one of
it's not,
those.
yeah, because it's not just like a shirt from like the Department of Wardrobe where you can get it at the store. It's like a custom made thing for the show specifically. And it's the only one of those that like I have. I have a crew gift, but that's the only one of those things that I have because you have an El Royale that wasn't worn by anybody, but I have the Team Varchi. But my favorite thing, it's a whole story. I got sent it for, was it for Christmas or for my birthday? I don't remember, but our plug, that our plug, he sent me Mad Dog's football pants in the
I remember
mail.
that. I
And
remember
I
that.
don't remember what holiday it was for, if it was for my birthday, if it
I think it was for your birthday because I
yeah.
remember him coming to me and asking if you would like it. And I was like, oh my God, she's gonna absolutely love that. Are you
Oh, I
kidding? Like,
know.
she's gonna love that.
He's like my
But
favorite and is the
yeah,
only thing of Mad Dog. And I think I was asking him, like, do you have anything of Mad Dog? Do you have anything of Mad Dog? Like, I know you probably don't, but do you? Do you? Possibly? And that's the only thing of Mad Dog I've ever seen.
yeah, I still have yet to see anything of Mad Dog.
Yeah.
Which makes you wonder where the hell did it all go?
Yeah, did
Like,
they just let him take it or something? Like, or did they just repurpose it for another show? Because I could see them doing that too.
yeah, I have no idea. That's a good question.
Yeah.
Mad Dog.
Mad Dog.
Imagine there's like somebody that worked on the show that just took all his stuff and they're like, I love Mad Dog. I love Mad Dog. It's like
Aw, they're
they just
me.
have the Mad Dog collection.
They have the Mad Dog
That's so
collection.
funny. But another thing that comes to mind for me, and it's like a crazy story of how I got it. So I, okay, I met somebody online that worked on the show
Mm-hmm.
and they were an extra in the show. And they bought some stuff from the sale, and I bought stuff from them. And then they put me in touch with someone else who had stuff. And then when I was talking to that person, I was like, okay, what do you got? Like, I'm big fan, obviously, a Riverdale collector on Instagram. And she sends me a picture of all the stuff she's got. And I'm like, okay, nothing, for me. Like some Cheryl stuff, some other things I didn't recognize. And then she sends me fucking Archie's blue and yellow shoes from
Oh
season
yeah.
3. And I'm like, oh my God. The shoes that Veronica gives Archie in season 3?
Mm-hmm.
And mine are the one that he wore.
Yeah.
And I know that because the ones in the box that they show as the prop
Mm-hmm.
are like blue on the inside, and mine
Yeah.
are not. And mine, they have like a tag on the inside.
Let's say
And it
Archie.
that say Archie, and they look like, it's so cool. It's just
It is so
like
cool. I also have a pair of his shoes, and it's my favorite pair of shoes that he wears. It's like they're like low top Converse, but they're like very distinct. There's like some different lines on them. It's like a very distinct style of Converse. So I knew exactly what pair of Converse it was, and I actually matched it when our plug was like asking us like where are these from? And I was like, oh my God, oh my God, oh my God, I know where that's from. I know where those are from. He puts his shoes up on the table in the scene in season 4, episode 19, when they say the only people going to prom are, and then Archie says, "You want to go to prom with me, Jug?" He puts his he puts his shoes up on the table, and I knew immediately that those shoes were those shoes, and then I got them for Christmas. And I was like, oh my God, because those are my favorite because it's in the Jarchi scene. You want to go to prom with me, Jug? Oh, I'd be honored. And I've never made sense of what Jughead says. He says, oh, I'd be honored, but I'm not putting out. What does that mean? Or did he say, I'm not pulling out?
he said putting out.
What does that mean?
That's
What does that
you
mean?
kidding?
I'm
Um,
not putting out? What does that
I
mean?
think it means he's not like, gonna spend the money or anything and
Oh, yeah.
like
Okay, okay.
I think that's what that means.
Okay, I
I don't
thought
know why
I
he would say I'm not pulling out because
gotta get him pregnant.
oh, come on. That's some Stranger Things shit. We don't do that here. We don't do that here.
I know, but I was thinking about it the other day. I actually was at work. I was thinking about that scene and I was like, I never understood what he meant by that. What does that mean? And then I was like,
Google's free my twin.
did he did he say I'm not pulling out? That would have been
That is some
funnier.
Stranger Things. That is some Stranger
That would
Things
have been
fandom shit, and we don't
putting
do that
out.
here.
Putting out. I'm not putting out. Causing someone to be annoyed or inconvenienced, spending money, and in slang, engaging in sexual intercourse. So I think it was a double entendre. Uh,
Well,
he did
I
say you're gonna go to prom. I think that actually makes the scene a lot better.
can't believe you didn't know what that means.
But I'm not putting out. No, I didn't know what that means, but that also means sexual intercourse, so that's
Okay, moving on.
what I was thinking.
So there's a lot of really obscure things on my wish list personally.
Hmm.
What about you? Like anything
Obscure
weird?
thing.
Yeah, like anything like totally random, you're like, I just want that.
Okay. Well, mine isn't that random. I have a few things that come to mind. And not none of them are particularly really random, but the things that I want the most, like I would like literally kill to have is Archie's striped blue and white shirt from season 4, episode 1. And he also wears it another time in season 4, I think. But his no, he wears it in my two favorite episodes, actually. He wears it in 4-1 and he wears it in 5-3 when he's leaving to go to the army. So that shirt, the blue striped shirt, that's my favorite thing he's ever worn. I don't know why. I don't know what about it is so like I don't know what grabbed me by the throat about it, but I think part of it is that it's like a striped shirt, like a little boy. You know what I mean? It's like a little boy's wardrobe. It's something a little boy would wear, and then he's wearing it and he's like coming into his own and like in the two episodes where he is coming into his own and having to take independence the most, like when his father dies and then he becomes the man of the house and he becomes the owner of the business. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
he inherits all that stuff and he has to carry on his father's legacy and he takes the reins of that. And he's wearing like a little boy's t-shirt and he's like becoming a man. And also in season
Hmm.
5, episode 3, when he's leaving to go to the army and he's becoming a man and he's leaving his entire childhood and his entire life behind and he's wearing a little boy looking t-shirt. I don't know. Something about that is so like insane to me. I don't know how to make it make sense, but that definitely. But also any of the pictures of KJ, of little baby KJ that were around the house
Oh, that's
because
good.
they're all color corrected so that his hair is red. Like they photoshopped all of them so that his hair was red and they're so cute. They're so cute. I love all of the set pictures of them. They're all so cute. Just any picture of little Archie or just any picture of Archie like from the set. I don't have any little pictures like that or anything that were used to decorate. And that's something I've always really wanted.
That's good. Yeah, I definitely want some of those. I've tried to get my hands on them, but the only one
Hmm.
that like surfaces, at least of Archie, is the one of him and Betty. And it's like I don't
Yeah.
care for them as a ship. I don't know.
There are
I
so
just
many of them
there's
that
so
are
many
the
of
only
those.
ones that
Those
surface.
are the only ones that really got out there. But
Hmm.
I would love, as for like random, I would really
Hmm.
love one of Archie's wanted posters.
Oh yeah.
Um, or the newspaper where he's got like the mugshot
Hmm.
picture of him. That one comes to mind.
Yeah.
Or FP, the newspaper with FP on the
Hmm.
front of it.
Yeah.
Or I mean, all these have a theme of Archie, man, pretty
Yeah.
much.
Me
But
too.
since I have the Coach jacket, I would love the
Hmm.
hat to go with it. I would
Hmm.
love it's a blue baseball hat. I
Yeah.
mean, I nothing really too crazy about it, but I would love that. And I don't know if
Hmm.
this could really be considered obscure. I would really love Archie's jersey.
Oh
I don't
yeah.
know. And also, and I tried to track it down and I'll never get it 100%. But something of Archie's military
Yeah.
uniform. Or,
Yeah.
oh, I know, I have a good one, okay. Because I have
What?
Jughead's Pops shirt. That was actually probably one of the first. That was probably like the second thing I ever got
Mm-hmm.
was Jughead's Pops uniform shirt.
Oh
I would
yeah.
love the name tag and the apron
Oh
to go
yeah.
with it.
Yeah.
That
That's
for sure.
that is a good answer. That's
Yeah,
a
I
good
would love
answer.
to complete some of my
Ooh, you know what
sets.
else I'd really love?
What?
Some boxing gloves of
Oh,
Archie's.
yeah. Or the
That
posters from the El Royale.
Oh yeah, yep, definitely. The posters from the El Royale, some boxing gloves, even freaking Monroe's. Give
Yeah.
me Mad Dog. Give me Mad Dog's boxing gloves. That would be cool. Anything from the El Royale would be really cool, I think.
Hmm.
Yeah. I like how if you're listening to this and you like are like a Cheryl or like a Betty enjoyer, you notice so many Archie things and and I think it is kind of an interesting thing that we're both Archie people and having a podcast because you never really see that. There's not that many fans of Archie.
No.
We bring
Let's talk
a
about that.
we bring a
Let's
fresh
talk about that.
perspective.
Yeah, I mean, I think it's definitely different. Like as for Riverdale podcasts, and I just wanted to say this because I know there's been like a lot. Like I remember there was one that was going on while the show was going on.
Mm-hmm.
I know there's been a
Yeah.
lot that
There's
have been
that
like
one really big
abandoned.
one.
Yeah, that one. That's what I'm talking about.
River, what was that one? I
Riverdale After
remember.
Dark.
Oh
Riverdale
yeah,
After
that
Dark.
one, that
Yeah.
one. Yeah.
That one. There's been a lot, and I'm sure there's some that we don't even know. I remember there being a Bughead podcast.
Oh, that's cool.
Like, so there's been a lot, but I think with us, the way that we like, especially now, and this is going to be an episode of its own eventually, the way that Riverdale is perceived now, not only by like the general public, like
The
just
GA.
the GA will say, like just people that just
hmm
know what it is, right?
hmm
Like that aside, like the way that it's perceived by its own fans
hmm
now. And I think it's different like with us because anybody could talk about the show. Anybody
hmm
could talk about it. Like anybody could say, "Oh, I'm watching the show," or "I just watched the show. I just finished the show, and now I'm going to start a podcast." Or I
hmm
haven't even seen it at all,
I'm
or I haven't
watching
seen it
it
in
and I'm
years, and
gonna
I'm watching it for the first
through
time.
my
I'm
podcast
gonna
while I'm
talk
watching
about it
it,
yeah, I'm gonna talk about it as I watch it for the first time. And
which is cool, but
which
it's
is fine, which is totally cool because I think I love seeing people's opinions when they first watch it. And
yeah.
like I'll always tell people, I'm like, if you're watching Riverdale, like tell me everything. I want to know what you think is gonna happen. I
hmm
want to know who you like, who you don't like, what you did like about it, what you didn't. I want to know everything that you think. So I
hmm
think that that's totally, I love that. But that being said, there's certain things that like certain perspectives that only a long-time fan could give.
Duh.
That's just the facts because I think like me and you, like we've been here for such a long time. Like I've been in the fandom since 2019, early 2019, and I think that I could give a lot more insight on certain
Yeah.
things because
hmm
I watched it happen live. Like
Yeah.
I can remember when Sprouts Heart broke up. I can remember
Uh-huh.
when the Barchi cheating episode aired. Like I can remember all those things because I was
Yeah.
there. I was watching it happen and that's another thing and then I'll stop this little like rant or whatever the hell this
Yeah.
is. Like I watched and I think just a reminder here, if you love something, like obviously I love Riverdale,
hmm
like you could be able to criticize it. Like
Definitely.
I watch the shows like almost like quality decline in real time. So I think that people like me and you, like not only because we're longtime fans, like because we're Archie fans and because we're Archie Comics fans, we could give a different perspective and like a different insight
Yeah.
onto things. And also because, we're collectors. Like we know
Hmm.
about things. Like I've met the cast and
Yeah.
like
We know
we could
about
give a
things. We're just like
yeah,
more involved. I guess like I don't want to say
we're
it like
more involved.
that.
That's
Like
that's that's
I don't
true.
want to say it like that, but like like there's certain people at school that they go to school and then they go home. And there are certain people that you think are in like every activity ever and you wonder how they sleep, which is kind of me. But like we're just more involved in that way, I guess. Like more, I don't know. It's like we're like the seniors that are in every activity ever, but in the
Yeah.
Riverdale fandom.
Yeah, and it's like there's nothing wrong with like not being as involved or as like even big of a fan or
No,
someone who's been here longer.
no,
Like you're not any less because you don't have fucking KJ Appa's football helmet. Like that's
no,
not
we're not
what I'm
saying that.
saying.
Yeah.
Like I'm saying that we can, as collectors, as Archie Comics fans, as Archie fans, period, like we could offer a bit of a different point of view
Yeah. And
on things.
also like the structure of our show as well, because we're not like, okay, we're gonna watch the first episode. Now we're gonna like reconvene about the first episode. Like we're not going painstakingly like that, like a lot of other shows are, or like did or are, you know what I mean? Like we're
Hmm.
not like, and even just for other TV show podcasts too, like we're not painstakingly going through the entire process. It's a lot more general. We are assuming that you have seen the show. When we're talking, we are assuming that you have seen the show, which is more like helpful, you know what I mean? Like it's not we can get a lot more in depth in the time that we have because we're not having to explain and summarize every little thing to you, I
Yeah.
guess. Yeah,
Like
we're not
we're
having to
assuming that you're,
recap and
yeah,
we're not having to understand it for the first time ourselves either because we are very much aware.
that's true. Yeah. I mean, I think that there's just some things that we, like, as Archie people, like, I think also this
Archie
isn't
is
like
an
a,
acquired taste, is what
yeah,
I'll
like,
say.
and this isn't a dig at anybody, like, at any other characters. I mean, Archie fans are a rare breed.
Hmm.
Like, you could like Archie, but you don't like, it's rare to meet someone that's like, oh, Archie's my favorite and I know
Hmm.
everything. And well, let me take that back. You don't know everything because, newsflash, I hate people who are like, I know everything about the Archie comics because no, you don't. Nobody knows everything about the Archie comics, not even
It's
me. Unless
impossible.
it's impossible to know everything about the Archie comics because nobody. It's like you can't, it's not like a series, like a Marvel comic book. Like you can't go from start to finish and it's like, oh, well, I just read all the fucking Captain America, whatever.
Hmm.
Like you you can't, nobody in the world has sat down and read every
No,
single Archie comic ever.
no.
Like I have almost 1,000 of them in my collection, and we're gonna go back to collections because we've kind of gotten a little bit off track
Yeah.
here. But you know, I haven't sat down and been like, all right, well, I gotta read all these in chronological order because you can't do
Yeah.
that because nobody does that. Nobody
No,
does
yeah.
that.
Yeah. And
So,
be aware we are talking about
no,
like all of the old ones. Like Archie,
yeah.
like singles, like the old
Yeah, we're talking about the
singles,
the
like
digest. We're
Golden
talking about,
Age, Bronze Age.
yeah,
We're not talking about
like
like Archie 2015 because
yeah,
yeah,
we're
you
not,
can read
yeah.
Archie
You can
2015
read
in
that
order.
from start to finish.
Yeah.
You could read Jughead the Hunger.
Yeah,
You
you
could read
can.
all the fucking other ones that they've done, including the other one shots. A whole other topic of
That's a whole
conversation.
other different
But
thing.
like I think part of being an Archie fan is like you're big brained.
Yeah.
Like you're
You
big
really have to think
brains.
deeply to excuse everything, not excuse everything that he's done, but like make sense of it.
Mm-hmm.
Because other people would be like, oh, he's so boring. Like they just view him as boring.
But
But
here's us like
but
collecting all his shit.
but here's us like watching every episode and seeing like what direction his eyes move in. Like
What direction his
I never
eyes move
noticed there
in?
was a corn of plate in or a
A
plate of
corn of
corn.
plate. Plate
I
of
never
corn.
I
That's
never noticed
me.
there was a plate
I
of
was
corn in
having
this
that moment.
scene.
Yeah. I was
That's what I'm
having
like.
I was having a corn plate moment recently on my Instagram stories, on my private Instagram stories. I was like, and the worst part about it is that I wasn't even like doing it as a joke. I was like so serious. I was like, I had never seen anybody talk about how Archie's rubbing Veronica's shoulder in this scene. No one's ever talked about that.
Corn plate.
Like I was so serious, like, oh my God, that's so cute. Like
Oh, that was your corn
I
plate
never
moment.
noticed that. I never noticed that, dude. But as we're speaking about Archie, I mean, in order for us to talk about like our collections in a way that would do both of them justice, we kind of have to talk about like Archie as a whole, not just
Yeah.
Riverdale KJ Appa. I'm talking about the comics, the
Yeah.
dolls, the
Yeah.
toys,
Oh, yeah.
the
You have way more of that than me, but I have a good amount.
yeah, you have a good amount. I
I
mean,
have what I want.
mhm,
You know what I mean?
yeah, with me, Haley has a lot more self-control than I do. I, unfortunately, for my bank account, for my bedroom, for any chance I have somebody walking into my room and being like, "Oh, it looks nice in here." Like they're like, "Holy shit."
Yeah.
Like anyway, I like when I started really getting into collecting Archie comics and Archie toys and everything, I didn't have really any room for it. I had
Hmm.
a desk in my room and I had like a dresser thing that was literally just taking up space and it had like nothing in it really.
Hmm.
And I wanted to display the stuff. So I got rid of the desk, which sometimes I regret that now. Now that I need an actual setup for the podcast, I kind of regret that now.
Hmm.
But I have a display case. I've got toys, dolls, lunchboxes, paper records, bobbleheads, napkins. I've
Hmm.
got Jughead Junior Shaver shaving kit. I've got a radio. I've got Archie's car. I've got a poster. I've got pens. I got pins. I got Archie bicycle stick shift. I've got it all. I've got so
Archie
much stuff.
bicycle stick shift.
Yeah,
I think the last time I counted, it was, I don't remember. I have like close to 500 comics, I think. Close to 500. When
I
I
have
count,
912.
when I count my like the big ones too. Like I have like close to like 900. Like when I count not just the singles, but also like I have this many digests and this many. Because I have also a whole shelf and it's just that. So yeah, when I count all that, I think last time I counted it was like close to 500. It was like 400 something, I think. I'm not
Yeah, I count
completely sure.
everything. I count like all the books. I
Yeah.
and sometimes I go through and I recount them. Like
Hmm.
I'll take them all out.
Yeah.
And with the old
You will
ones, you
recount.
you can't really like clean them because they're paper.
Mm.
So my hands are just like so dirty. Like I try to
Hmm.
wipe them down, but it just like gets them wet. And then it's like it's gonna get all soggy and it's gonna be
Hmm.
even worse and even more of a mess. So yeah, what do you have on your wish list? Like
On my wish
for
list for the
yeah,
Archie comics stuff.
for Archie stuff, like comic stuff. Yeah.
Okay. That's actually a good question because I haven't actually thought about that in a while. And there were some things. More or less, I just want some more Golden Age comics. I only have a couple that are in like really nice condition, like Golden Age ones, like true Golden Age ones. And it's hard to find them for cheap because they're like
Yeah.
older, even though they're even though you'd expect it to be when like the Bronze Age and Silver Age ones are like $2 at the antique store. You would assume you could find more Golden Age ones, but you can't really. Um, so it's kind of a hit or miss because those are always really expensive. But I have the Mark's Toys Archie and Jughead, and those are my favorite. They're so
I
funny.
love
You
those.
have like five of them, but
I do.
I've always wanted an Archie out of the box because mine is in the box, and I don't have one that's out of the box, and I've always wanted one out of the box because he's so cute. And
I have
also,
so many of the Jugheads from that set.
I know there's so many, and also the Betty and Veronica because I don't have them. But if I did
You
get them,
don't need them.
I don't. No, I don't.
You
But if
don't
I,
need them, and I'm gonna tell you why.
why?
They're looking at me right now. they're creepy. They have no eyebrows. They're they're so like I just can't with them. And
Uh,
like I found them online and I'm
yeah.
like, I have a Veronica that's out of the box and I painted her eyebrows and she honestly looks, no offense, girl, but she looked worse than you did before. I'm really sorry about
She
that.
looks chopped.
She does. I'm sorry. I don't want her to kill me.
Mm-hmm.
But in my sleep, that would be bad.
Mm-hmm.
But you don't need them. And I think, I think honestly, they're just the same doll with different hair.
I think it's probably are.
They are.
Yeah.
I'm looking at them.
Yeah.
They have maybe like a slightly different something about, but I think they're the same doll. And also with
Yeah.
those, you have to be, and this is advice if anybody, not nobody's fucking taking this advice, but if you just so happen to be, you have to be really careful when you buy the Mark's Toy dolls because they're from 1975. So that means that I'm such a nerd, holy shit. But they are 50 years old and the plastic on them like melts the joints together.
Mm-hmm.
So I have a couple of them that got a little melty. I was trying to take this sounds really wrong. I was trying to take the clothes off. Um, because they
Aw.
get stuck in the joints and the plastic melts and it melts to the clothes. So if you get a Mark's Toys doll, just be mindful,
Mhm. That
because the
is a
plastic
possibility.
will melt together. Like when I was trying to repair Veronica, it was a real struggle to get her shirt off. I mean, that sounds so wrong,
It
but it
does.
was.
But it what?
And then same with Archie. I tried to put Archie's, this is like a I'm gonna shut up after I say this, but I tried to put Archie's shirt on a Leonard Hofstadter action figure from The Big Bang Theory, and it was so hard to get his shirt off, Archie's shirt, because it was all melted.
Oh,
I have one last thing
okay.
that I wanted to ask you about.
Okay.
I want you to think really about this. And
Okay.
I have asked you this question in like different forms. Your holy grail, wildest dream, no matter how big or small or irrelevant it is, what would you want from Riverdale?
I swear we asked this like on another episode, or maybe it came up, but and this is gonna sound so repetitive and so redundant because I've already said it like 3 times, but his blue striped shirt. Archie's
Really?
blue
That's it?
striped shirt. Well, I know that you mean like his varsity jacket or like
Yeah.
Jughead's beanie, but like I am so afraid of that. Like, because okay, you tell me that, and I don't think, oh my God, I'm gonna have it. Like, oh my God, that's so amazing, I'm gonna have it. I think, oh my God, what if something happens to it? I have to take care of it, then I have to like nurse it, you know what I mean? Like it'll take more maintenance, it'll take more like I'll
It's
have to
not a
think
newborn.
about it more often. It is a newborn in my mind. I have to think about it more often, you know what I mean? And those things, I'm so for real, those things deserve to be in the archives, and they are.
Yeah.
But that's where they deserve to be rather than in the hands of any collector because those things are so like incredibly like Jughead's beanie, Archie's varsity jacket, and they
Oh,
also
well,
took all the
yeah.
R's off. But those things deserve to be in the archives because they're just so iconic. Like the things like oh his football helmet, oh his other wardrobe and stuff. But like the things that are like Riverdale deserve to be in the archives. So, and just because I feel that, I would still say his blue striped shirt.
That's fair. That's a
Yeah.
good answer.
But other than that, I mean, I would say his varsity jacket. And I mean, I would also say something of Fred's and something of Mary's,
Oh,
which that's not like a holy grail, but something of Fred's that would be a holy grail because I don't have anything of his.
I'm surprised. I have a couple pairs of his shoes.
Yeah.
I have not a couple. I think I have one pair of his shoes. I might have a pair of his jeans.
Yeah. That's so
Uh
beautiful. I
I
don't
think I
have any.
found I think I found toothpicks in his jeans actually.
Oh.
In
Oh.
the pocket. And I have two of his shirts maybe. But I got the boots and the jeans and the shirt in like bulk.
Yeah.
In like
Yeah.
a lot of bulk.
Yeah.
like I get it from the same person. He's like,
Hmm.
"Yeah, I have a bunch of Riverdale stuff and do you want to buy it?" And I was like, "Yeah." It's
Hmm.
like, "Yes, I do."
Yeah.
Like, is that even a question?
Yeah.
But yeah, um, our collecting journeys, they are a little quiet right now.
Yeah.
But I'm gonna try, guys. I'm gonna try. I need more stuff. It's like an itch. And it's like I keep trying to scratch it and it's just not working.
Yeah.
I just need something.
You need
So
Riverdale.
I need more Riverdale. I need more. I
I
need
know.
more Riverdale. But
Yeah, we need more
anyway.
Riverdale. That's not the new Archie show that Roberto Aguirre Sacasa is making.
Oh yeah. That's on that note. Let's let's wrap this up because
The
I
new
don't want to
Archie
think
show.
about it. I
No,
don't
it
want
should
to.
be called The New Archie Show, and it should be The New
Should be called the
Archies.
new Riverdale.
No, it should be The New Archies. It should be The
I
New
know.
Archies. That's what it should be. It should be The New Archies.
And they're in middle school, like in the new
Oh,
Archies.
oh, yes, and it's got to be Brock
I was about
Brown.
to say that it's gonna be Brock Brown.
Yes!
Oh my
Oh
God.
my God, that would be so cute if they did that. They really need to do that. Please, please, please. We should do a whole episode on the new Archies.
Oh my
Oh,
God.
I love it. I love it. I love it.
Oh, on
They're
that
so
note,
cute.
on
Okay.
that note. Thank you guys for listening if you made it this far. My name is Abby, and this is Haley. And follow me on Instagram at Riverdale Collector if you want to see my collection. I think if you're listening to this, you probably already do follow me
Yeah.
on Instagram. But um just if you haven't, do it.
Yeah.
Do it now.
Yeah.
Just
And
don't
yeah.
don't spam me with likes. Well, you can if you want to, but
And
I'd prefer if you like spaced it out.
mine is Canetti, 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 but I only have I think one post on there of my collection because I don't really like take pictures of it or anything like that.
I do. So if you want to see that,
Yeah, you
then
do.
go follow me. Um, I will promote my TikTok, but I lost the information on that. But anyway,
All right.
thank you guys for listening. Follow me on Instagram and you can follow Haley too. But thank you for listening, and we'll see you next time, next week, next Riverdale Wednesday. Bye bye.
Peace.